You're not kind, not in the way you think, because the same person who will defend everyone else is the only who quietly attacks himself when nobody's watching. And the strange part, you don't even register it as harm. You call it being responsible. You call it having standards. You call it trying to improve. Psychology calls it something else. Self-sabotage dressed up as discipline. And the longer you live like this, the more normal it feels to be your own worst influence. There's a specific type of person this pattern shows up in. They are reliable, kind, emotionally aware with others, but internally, completely different system. If a friend fails, they say, "It's okay, you tried." If they fail, the internal response is, "You should have known better." Same situation, two standards, zero mercy. And the most dangerous part is not the behavior. It's that it feels justified. You don't feel like you're being harsh. You feel like you're being honest. This pattern is closely linked to low self-compassion combined with high external empathy. In simple terms, your brain learns two different rules. Rule 1. Other people deserve understanding. Rule 2. You deserve correction. Over time, this becomes automatic. Psychologists often connect this to internalized perfectionism, not the "I want to do well" kind. The "if I am not improving, I'm failing as a person" kind. So, even when you succeed, your brain doesn't process relief. It scans for flaws, not because you're logical, because your mind has learned that criticism equals safety. Harshness feels productive. Kindness feels suspicious. Take a simple example. A student helps others study, explains things clearly, patiently, no judgment. Then they study alone. One small mistake appears, and suddenly the tone changes. "Why are you like this? You should already know this. You're behind." Same intelligence, different voice. Or a worker who stays late to help colleagues. When their own task is delayed, they don't say, "I'm tired." They say, "I'm not good enough." This creates a double life, a public self that is supportive, a private self that is constantly under interrogation. And over time, the private voice gets louder, not because it's correct, but because it's repeated more often. This is where people get stuck and don't understand why. They assume burnout comes from doing too much. But in this case, burnout comes from emotional mismatch. You're giving compassion outward while denying it inward. So efforts stop feeling rewarding. Progress stops feeling real. Even rest feels undeserved. And eventually your brain learns a shortcut. If everything I do is wrong anyway, why try properly? That is self-sabotage, not dramatic, not visible, just a slow erosion of motivation. The problem is not that you are strict. The problem is that your strictness is one-directional. You're not evaluating yourself. You're prosecuting yourself. And calling it discipline doesn't change what it does to your mind. There is a version of you that you're trying to build. More stable, more focused, more consistent. But the voice trying to improve you might actually be the reason you stay stuck. So the real question is not how to push harder. The real question is this: why does your mind only feel in control when you're the one being controlled? Remember, if the voice in your head makes you feel smaller every day, it's not guiding you. It's holding you back.